saw some comments on my Kindred video that they really wish that I listened to the videos from Just Another Nobody for voices, so that's what I'm gonna do. Because this is like formatted in a different way. There's some quotes that were missing. So let's see what this is.
Are you there, dear wolf?
I am, little lamb.
Are you sad?
I am.
What does it feel like?
A long hunt with no kill. How old are we, lamb?
Older than those whose footsteps are long vanished.
Many years.
I remember them all.
How long will we be together?
Forevermore,
Never one.
without the other.
It's also interesting because in this book, it's suggested that eventually one day Lamb and Wolf will fight each other. Thought that was real interesting because the people in Bilgewater, they have this festival every year and they favor Wolf because Wolf is more the pirate style, right? They don't want to have to be compassionate and considerate and follow rules or think about mercy. So they depict in their festival Lamb as weak and meager. And they venerate Wolf. And it's funny because in the story, they actually have Wolf consume Lamb. That's what's going to happen. But Kindred Lamb actually like intervenes in a capacity that causes, well, it causes everyone to die at the festival. Damn near everybody. So it's pretty fucked up. But it's funny because Wolf is like, what are they doing? Like we don't fight like that. And Lamb says something to the effect of like, what, like, I think Wolf says like, will we ever fight? And I think Lamb says something like, not for forever, not until forever and a day, or something like that. Almost like suggesting that maybe one day, way far from now, maybe they would actually fight each other to some extent. I just thought it was a really interesting, like, different look into Kindred. It was very cool. I'll probably have to read that short story at some point because I haven't heard it anywhere else. So it's very cool.
Never one.
Without the other. Have they forgotten us yet, little lamb?
All still know us, though they try to forget. Soon, we will remind them. All will know us in time. What do all stories have in common, dear wolf?
The end.
It's one of my favorite lines.
Lamb, tell me a story.
There was once a pale man with dark hair who was very lonely.
Why was it lonely?
All things must meet this man, so they shunned him.
Did he chase them all?
People were explaining to me that this is about the original form of death, the pale man, etc. I know that. Like, I understand the concept, right? One of my favorite tropes is lonely death. There's a story by Christie Golden in a compendium of stories called The Death of All Things, called The Wolves of Lady Death. And it's about Lady Death basically being terribly lonely because like Kindred, people misunderstand her. They don't accept her. She's basically doomed to like forever be alone. But in the story, there's a point where this woman's child is dying and she sees Lady Death standing in the moonlight of the room, pale and black robed and everything. And she begs Lady Death to spare her child in order for her to join Lady Death. So it's a story about Lady Death basically gaining her first ever companion, which I just thought was, just very somber and like sad, and very much, in the theme of the gray man splitting himself so that he doesn't have to be lonely. Because one of death's greatest burdens in fantasy is, well, and in real life, I guess, too, if you look at it in that way, is that it's something that everyone's terrified from. They don't want to face it. And so they, death is often just alone. So yeah, I really like that.
He took an axe and split himself in two, right down the middle.
So he would always
I don't know why, but Kindred reminds me of the moon so much. I don't know, probably because you have the black and then the silver, like new moon and full moon. And because their symbol on their forehead looks like a crescent moon. Just a guess.
friend.
So he would always have a friend.
Yeah, they're also spiritual. One of them's an archer. The other one is like primal ferocity of the hunt. So, you know.
I see water.
They are called tears.
Is this what it feels like to end?
I do not know, for this is not our end.
Do others come back?
Those who do wish they hadn't.
And I feel like that's generally a reference to like being undead. You know? Those who do come back wish they hadn't. You know, wish that you weren't risen from death, because that's how you get, you know, horrible things like what's on the Shadow Isles. It's yeah, it's fucked up.
All life is temporary. All things great and small.
Die.
There are so many ways to die. The only true death is to never live.
Oh, that's such a good fucking line. Oh, that's probably my favorite line. If you never live, you may as well. You're already dead.
Is it time?
We will soon awaken from this pale slumber. We are not dreams. We are the waking. All things linger.
In our shadow.
Life is ours.
To end. None can hide.
Though many try. Those who run from death stood still in life. They laugh
And scream.
and dance,
And flee. They race from us.
only to find us sooner.
They know we'll come.
Yet they are never prepared. Treasure your final moments.
We know your name.
We have always known it.
It's so good, dude. It's so somber and like thought-provoking, man. They have such good lines.
Always known it. All your life has led to this moment.
Its heart beats fast now.
It knows. Beauty
one too.
fades. That is why it is beautiful. Tomorrow is a hope, never a promise. Your time has
It's
come.
another
Ready
good
or
one.
not.
A fine life reaches its conclusion. When you see us,
It's too late. No.
True and also not true. In the short story about Kindred that I read regarding Bilgewater, the festival goers, a couple of them actually see Kindred and they talk to Kindred. It's fucking really cool. And I'm not talking about Tryndamere. I'm talking about people who are not dying. They are dressed up. Everyone's dressed up for the festival as Kindred. And these people look at Kindred and Lamb and Wolf and they're like, wow, those are some really good outfits that you've got. Like, damn, those are really convincing. And it's like, those aren't outfits, man. That's actually Kindred. So there are times where people can see them should they choose to reveal themselves. It's very cool.
No match for us.
few are, dear wolf. I wonder how they see me.
Ashes on wool. What sound do they make?
Feathers falling on fresh snow. How does hunger feel?
Always there.
Peacefully they go.
Hungry we follow.
If it draws breath,
It meets us.
go easily.
No! Thrash! Flee! Run if you can. Who's next?
Everyone. Every life.
Ends with us.
How one dies shows how one lived.
They struggle. Good. This next one will be easy.
And if not,
More fun.
embracing life means accepting death. Hush now. Rest. Depart in peace. return to nothing. Time to...
End this. Lamb calls.
Wolf strikes. And everywhere Lamb went.
Wolf was sure to follow. And everywhere Lamb went.
Wolf was sure to follow.
So good, man. Oh, the music accompanying it is fucking unreal, too. Yeah, yeah. Let's see the unbreakable spear.
The world moves as the heavens lie still. The clashing of steel, I have heard it all go silent. There are no enemies, no allies, only those about to die. Glory fades into bloodstains. From the skies, they see war, but on Earth there is only carnage. We cry out to the heavens, and they answer in wing and flame. There is no pity, no mercy. Life was always a war. We live our lives in the shadow, cast by a mountain. We are caught between Darkin and Aspect. But we will rise up in spite of them.
Fuck yeah, dude.
I sought power on Targon's peak, only to find it within. They are called gods, but when they die, you cannot hear their howls above the wind.
It's a banger.
The earth is beneath me. The power of these gods is but an echo of our own.
I like that one a lot.
Pressing forward is not the same as running from your mistakes. We are what we overcome. Because we fall, the climb must be our destination. The people cry out for strength that is already theirs. I cast my excuses into the dirt. The art of war is hearing your heart beating, knowing you are alive. It is not why I fight, but who I fight for. Unbroken until my spear dulls. I will not surrender. I buried regret in a grave, along with my name.
That line goes hard.
I
That's a
wield
sick one.
my fate as a weapon.
My fate
Heavier
of
than
being
my
mortal, huh?
spear is the weight of only one life. Behind me lies a farm. I wonder if there is bread above the hearth, and if I will ever return.
And in the short story, he does, I guess.
Sets my spear alight. The past marches with me, a legion of one. I wear a helm so that I am only a soldier, spear and shield, a Pantheon. If they kill me, at least I die a man. Brother to warriors resting beneath wheat, son of battles 1,000 times lost. I know who I am, and I will show the gods what I can become. I will carve my scars into the heavens, even impaled on a blade. I will press forward. I am the tip of the spear, raised against surrender.
Assuming that last one was an
The
Aatrox
blows
reference.
of gods cannot shatter the world if they strike me instead. I do not set the pace. I race against it. The beyond can have me when I am done. We must all find our place. Mine is being cast down, so I can rise once more. I have found my limit 1,000 times, and still I press further. The stars are beyond my reach, and so I grasp my spear and take aim. When I look to the mountain's peak, in my mind, I have already fallen, and so I climb.
He has so many good quotes about, like, failing the expectation, finding the limit, and pushing past it again. Like, it's so cool, dude.
Shields defend hearts, both yours and those beside you.
This should be spoken in Greek, not English. Yeah, so that none of us could fucking understand it. That sounds awesome. I love his passive mortal will, which empowers all his abilities. Yeah, it makes sense. Yeah.
We are privileged to breathe, to taste the air. It is the last gasp of all who have died before us. If they bleed, I will call them sister or brother. We bleed into the same earth, and bleed we must. I will remember your name and shout it to the heavens. Echo for eons. The best climbers know how to fall.
I like that one. Gotta learn how to fail.
Earned my spear with my brother's dying breath. Between each beat.
And he's talking about Pylus there, right? The guy that's the name of the guy that he climbed Mount Targon with, right?
Earned my spear with my brother's dying breath. Between each beat of my heart, I strike. The heavens do not fear me because I am a god.
This is my favorite line, dude.
They fear me because I am a man.
Every quote sounds like a quote from 300. Yeah, okay, fair enough.
My name is Soldier. By my spear, they will know war. The twilight of the gods comes each morning when our world shines brighter than the stars. Our destiny is to fight, and only the bravest do not refuse it. A dragon looms, its wings beating the song of battle, calling us to war. How much further could we march if we were not forced to carry our fears on our backs? Death is the only thing that ever embraced me.
Damn, sad.
After every defeat, I ran around the mountain until even shame could not keep up. But from death comes life.
Sure
I am
does.
not the Pantheon you knew. I am no more than a soldier, and no less. The god died. The man lives. While you bow to the sun, my spear finds your neck. Onward! The spear points in only one direction. Everything or nothing. Let this day be legend. I will turn the dragon's power against them, drive it deep beneath scale. This I promise. Here ends the age of dragons. Cry war, louder! Let fear make you bold. Do not give up. You will not fail if it is worth it. Battle is a dance, and the fortunate find their partner. Strike now. Strike harder. No mercy for the strong.
Hit it very hard and very fast.
Fight because you must. All things end. Keep fighting into legend. I fight until the blood takes the spear from my grasp, until I can only crawl. And even then, you will not defeat me. Even then, I will spit in your face. How many times must I die before I learn to live? How you die is who you are. I will fall at least one more time. Stand back up and never be defeated.
Yeah, he's cool, man. He's cool. Yeah, and those were the two that I just hadn't listened to, and I'll try to do the quotes if I can from this channel. That way, you know, they play in more of that order and with the music and stuff like that. But I just wanted to get those two in there because they were missing from my Pantheon and Kindred reacts, and people had mentioned it and were, you know, wanted to see it.